Let's see. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And make that a lot longer. Make that a lot longer. Let's see. What do we want to do? We are running filtered water again. All this stuff is empty, and this stuff is still full. Right, so for everybody rewatching this stream later on, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing out the pipes. So what I've noticed so far, and it's obviously not very deep into this yet, I've only done a little bit of testing. One running both of these hoppers at the same time. The pipes are being fed from a single water pump coming into this single splitter, and then I have made sure that each of these pipe lengths is 10 units long. So each unit being just like, this is a 8-meter unit. Each 4-meter unit section adds up to 10 units right now. And I guess another way that I need to do some testing as well is, while it's running only one unit, is it giving me the same output that a typical unit gives when it's directly connected to a single pump alone, like in my previous video that I posted the other day. That's another thing that I could do. I could try that actually right now and just run that. So why don't I do that? So we're going to purchase, resource, dirt, pay dirt, and we're going to grab that, and then we're going to keep grabbing this. 1, 2. Here, stuff's going to go in there. This is a wash plant, and we are running empty here, and we are being fed in 8 units of water. So typically we're getting 16 out of here. Now, another thing that I can obviously test as well is going to be whether adding a machine power, factory power, adding input speeds. So how does this also impact the processing? Because this goes all the way up to 10x. 30 meters for conveyors. It doesn't say anything about pipes, so I'm not 100% sure on how that specifically works, but that's why we're going to be doing some testing anyway. So let me build the spreadsheet. Using the right side, so we're going to paste this down here just like that. And this one's going to be labeled as single side test with both connections. And we're going to be feeding 12,000 units. Eight water in pipes and machines. Okay. And unit. Okay. I'm going to take all this and we're going to delete all of that. And we're going to now press consume. So we're going to check that and see how that compares against the wash plant efficiency when it was connected to a single unit. So we'll let that run for a second. But while we're doing that as well, I'm going to think about how I want to set this up. So do I want to... probably like make it extreme, so I'm probably going to make this add up to 20. So we're going to come out and add a lot more pipes to this. So we're going to grab 2 of those and to place those like that. Okay. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so it could add a... Actually, it's going to end up being 19, but that's fine. Need 2 rights. Go this way, and then this way, and then we're going to go back that way, and I'll connect that up. That's going to be a left, so we'll need to purchase a left. Need to go back over and start running this again. Oh, I need to write my data down. So after one run, we dirt, diamond, gold, ruby, silicon. Okay, gold, dirt. 6, 6, 5, 1, 7, 6, 2, 74. 43. Okay. Which, if we go back up in here, it is more, but it is also still less at the same time. So, we'll take a look at that in a second. Keep that running though. We'll consume some more. We're at 8,000. So we're running 12,000 units of pay dirt. I wanted a larger test size because when I'm doing both at the same time, I needed to have... I was alternating which one was starting because I can't start them both at the same time. So I started on one side, let it run, recorded the data, went over to this side, started this one, and then ran to that one and started that one secondarily. So there was a little bit of a time delay between the two, and I alternated that way for each of the 6 2,000 unit runs, getting to 12,000 units total. Again, we're just running the 1 times input speed on this. Probably could speed it up if I wanted to, but I feel like running base numbers, it may take a little bit more time, but that's fine. So that, and I'll need to add another 1, but I'll add that after that. Okay, and this will be 10, and that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I could add 2 more and actually make it 20. Okay. Pipelines, splitter straight, 1, 2. And six. So that's now going to need to be 20 when I'm done. Looking over here, record more data. $306, 384, 77, 156, 77. This thing up so that when we're done, close on the grid load, but I'm not too worried about it. Five, 8, 6, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 5, 17%. Yeah. So it's slightly different, but it isn't that much different as well. I mean, obviously we do need to wait until we get to the end to make sure, because that's where the true balancing act came out. We ended up being with the wash plant running off single filtered water was almost 18% averaged out over the 5 runs of 2000. So I think that we are getting less, but it's not by a lot. So I'll have to add multiples. So after I'm done single splitters, I'm going to add multiple splitters. I'm probably going to do another splitter, like right up here, and then spit out another 2 setups like this, and run 4. So it'll end up being, I think, the math will end up being 4 water instead of 8 in each pipe feeding into the machine, and we'll see how easy it is to run all 4 of those at once. All right, and 6650 763 142 295 150. More, and then we can start playing with that, running both of these at the same time. Or actually, yes. Really? Should I? Yeah, we'll check the length, because the length is what may have some type of impact on it, but I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, we're going to test to figure that one out. The previous test was using 10 pipe lines between. Now we've doubled one side, and we're going to have one at 20 and one at 10. I'm going to do, you'll see how I had that first test set up after this one's done. We'll walk through that. As you can see, I'm probably going to hold off on this for a little bit. I have a lot of logic to work on with how that is designed, and I'm nowhere near the point that I feel like I'm comfortable doing some actual testing with that. 8 3 3 6 9 4 5 1 7 8 3 5 9 1 8 2. This is really interesting. So I'm just looking at my spreadsheet. I've got my efficiency percentages, doing the math for each individual run, and then I'm going to have those all averaged out later. But I'm definitely seeing less than 17% on most of these. I did have 2 runs that showed more, but that's probably just REG with the processing probabilities of the unit coming through. So, I mean, effectively, I'm seeing about a 0.5% variation. We're going from highest being 17.35 on the second stage, running the second run of 2000 being the highest, and so far, actually that last run right that I just wrote down, the 10,000 unit being at 16.64. So actually a little bit more than 0.5%, almost 0.75, somewhere around there, but we'll see. All right, it's done. Cool. 996311392225454222. Yeah, 17, just under 17% for that last run as well. Interesting. Very interesting. Next, we go in here, grab this, this. This, this, left, right, right. So, I'm gonna wait. There's some water coming up, okay. Take this out so that we don't have any confusion as to what we got going on over here. All right. So let me read this stuff up here again. Is that down here? Right side is 10. Long. Left side is 20 pipes long. Still 8 and pipe and chain. Same time. 12,000 unit. 12,000 units. Okay. Pull this data out and pull this data out and okay. So right side first. Right side first. So consume and consume. Okay, so that's basically what we do. Start them basically at the same time. There's obviously about a second delay between them. And honestly, I want to turn down controls, camera, person, third person, person, right, left. Down one, turn that down one. Not that one. Left. Third, first. Vehicle. Vehicle. Third person. First person. Person down. Person left. Person right. Save. Confirm. Okay, that's better. Still running. Oh, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just wait until they're both done. I'm going to have to restart both of those, which means that I'm going to need 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the right side should finish about a second before the left side. 1 and done. Okay, good. Now, let's do this correctly. Empty out the machine so that you have accurate data. Both machines. We're going to get started over. We're going to come in here to store and get rid of all of this. Okay. Now, let's try this again. Now we're going to start right side. Close run. All right. This is the worst part about the whole thing, is honestly just waiting for the machines to finish. But I gotta keep everything consistent, and staying at level 1 is honestly the most common way that I think people will start out, and it's only going to scale differently with higher speeds anyway. And those just finished. Okay, so we're going to start left side over here because that's how I have this listed. All right, 1659, 168, 81, 53, 39. I'm going to come down here to the right side one, and we're going to put in 650, 191, 43, 82, 34. Different, but not different. Effectively, honestly. We're looking at 0.45% difference. So we're going to be doing left side start on this one. And set, go. So one thing that I did look at, actually, and change in the starter plant from my initial base plant setup, is I did disconnect it from the water, the coal plant from the water. Because after noticing that I was only getting 4 water coming on over this direction, because I did end up needing to split it twice, I wanted to make sure that that was set at a point where if it was impacting it from now on, it wasn't going to be impacting it as much. But we'll obviously be doing a lot of testing of that to figure out how that works. Done. Done. Nice. Starting right side data. 3281, 389, 88, 165, 77. Three, two, nope, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6, 9, 9, 1, 7, 5. Now see, that one was a whole percent different. That run specifically, after all of this, we're at now a whole percent difference. And the left one is running a whole percent lower than the right machine, which means that the shorter pipe is getting effectively a better output. Now, start right side, and consume, which I don't think that the difference in time between when I start each of these is that much of a difference, because it ends up also running a little bit longer as well for the second one. So they're equal. I'm getting the most amount of time where they're both running at the same time, which I think is the most important aspect. Honestly, I wish it would become daytime. Like, let's go. Need brighter light. So I didn't even change my thumbnail for this. Should have done that. take a look at that actually right now. Get that file folder open. And of course, everything's done now. We should just use the water efficiency one again. Change. Should see open. And I will update that later on. Go back to the spreadsheet and starting on the left at 4, 9, 8, 5, 3, 7, 2, 5, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Interesting. This 4, 9, 1, 3, 5, 8, 6, 1, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 1, 1, 4. Wow, that's really interesting. I'm all the way up to 18.12%. Very interesting. Okay, and now we're going to be starting left side. Soon. Now, the left side last run was at 17.37, and we were at 18.2 on the right. Don't know what to think about that, honestly. Don't know. Obviously, at a later point in time, I'll be putting all this data into one contiguous video to summarize the whole testing process and actually see what I can come up with for a solution or even an answer to this question. At this point, no idea. It's very interesting to see. Don't know what I should be seeing. Don't know what could be coming out of this, but right side 6 5 7 3 7 6 4 1 8 9 3 1 4 1 6 0. Left side 6 6 3 2 7 1 4 3 2 0 1 7 1 1 6 3. And we are on a right-hand start. I'll always start building this out since I know that I'm going to be doing something Done. Let's go back over here. Right side data. We're looking at 8219, 939, 227, 412, 203. And this side, left side, ends up being 8, 318, 886, 385, 208, 202. So interesting. It's a lot of variability. Okay, now we are doing a left side start for the last piece. And of course it didn't take it, so that's too bad. Not going to be able to restart that, but we're looking at effectively the same. Slight mistake in that. But as we're seeing so far, we're only seeing about a 1% difference. Actually, that last run was exactly a 1% difference. 16 and then 17.81. Both at 0.81, a whole percent apart. Which logically does make sense because we are looking at 8318 and then 8219 on the amount of dirt that we got out of those runs, what we ended up with. So we're looking at 10 units or 100 units of dirt being the difference. Headphones are dying. Plug those in. Alright. Now done. Cool. So we're looking at right side. 988 1100 266 505 246. Left side. 77 1065 462 247 248. Silicon. Look at that. I didn't check that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take on my left side unit my diamond ore was incorrect. I'm going to copy that and paste that down here. It was in the silicon. I'm going to take my ruby up here, copy that, paste that down there, and then 462 being my ruby. Let's see. So 462 is ruby, 248 is diamond. So I'm going to cut that and I'm going to paste that over here. Okay, now silicon is 247, so I'm going to copy this, paste that. Now that doesn't actually affect any of the data because it's just the columns that I had messed up. I hadn't confirmed how I had these organized. So 247 was my silicon, and rubies were 462. So I'm going to copy this and put that in there. Okay, yep, so none of the percentages changed, but that has been corrected. So just so you guys have an understanding of what I was supposed to have, it was supposed to look like that. So I just needed to move those two over and this one to the front. That's how I have it set up on my spreadsheet. So that's it. Cool. All right, now I'm going to take a quick look at this. What we're going to do is we're going to actually switch the screen for a second so that you can see what I got going on. Okay, so this is the first test run that I did the other day, and we're looking at this. So I actually haven't built this. Close bracket, divide by 6. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Close that. Back up front here. Add another one in. And at the end, make sure I put one there. Enter. And then this column is going to be a percentage. Six. Why isn't that working? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably a better way for me to do this. Data. Function. Average. Here, and I'm going to insert another function, average, O's, enter. Don't do the thing. Okay, there. So we're looking at that kind of difference there. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to insert a function of an average, those. No. Insert function average, those. Insert function average, that. That is really interesting. Left and right were only 0.8 apart, but in this first run they were a lot further apart. I wonder if I messed something up. I did. Although, no, I'm not counting dirt in this. So this average only counts the gold, diamond, ruby, and silicon against the total units incoming, not the amount of dirt. That's not built into the equation at all. But this was really consistent. 15, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. And then this one was 18. Maybe it was just the RNG with this. I mean, that's definitely adjusting that average up a lot. And that one's adjusting it really far down, too, with the amount that I got out of this. Mostly seeing... Yeah, that 155 that I was getting, that I got for gold, is lower than all three other runs. The one with just the right pipe running alone was 176 for gold. This is 168, 191. This 155. That's interesting. Wonder how much that impacts things. I don't know. Just don't know. Maybe I should run multiple tests of doing 12,000 to see if I'm getting consistency. But I guess for right now, I know I'm going to need to do this, so instead of starting a whole new test, because I am going to be finishing up soon, it's not what I'm looking for. Jump back in here to the store. I'm going to sell all of these. I'm going to purchase concrete floors, and I think that those are the right ones. Just that. Yes, okay. Store, concrete floors. That here where it's supposed to be, and run out here for a minute. All right. So, could add just a little bit more to this. So I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, place a hopper. Okay. Store. Production. Oops, there we go. 2 hoppers. Power. I need 2 of those. And need 1 of those. those. 2, 3. Two wash plants. Two 4-meter ups. 2 storage containers and 2 of those. Okay. Now these pipes can all come down here. Don't need those yet. This, that. So 1, 2, third. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's right. And then this line also right there, just like this, and just like that. Okay, perfect. That there, that there. Continue to put this. There. This. Here. This 8. I'm gonna go up and up. Wash plant. Oh, no. Store. Straight. 2 pieces straight. Then we're gonna go wash plant. Wash plant. Straight, straight. Cool. Just add a couple more of these to the end. Actually, funny how I made it exactly how much I needed without even measuring. Okay. Care about those in a minute. But that's correct. Cool. Now, pipes. Right, straight. Split. Okay. So, coming off of this, I'm gonna have a splitter. We're gonna be going that way. Then I'm gonna need another splitter. Right there. I'm gonna take this, a 2. Great. Two. Left, right. Left. I will be making these back to the same as well. So I'm going to have this walking path so that I can run between them and get them all started at the same time effectively. I hope that's the best way of doing that testing, but we'll know later on. But honestly, I think that's going to do it for this one today. We're going to save, and thank you all for hanging out. My name's HickMessiah, and I really appreciate if you stuck around to watch this whole thing, and if you could give me a like, that would be fantastic. I would love to hear it. If you also have any ideas of how I should go about this testing, obviously this is the first time that I've actually gone over what my testing process is for this. If you have ideas of how I could be doing this better, or if you think I'm doing this in the best way I possibly can right now, that would be great to know. So leave your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you next time.